Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
This is the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
We're back. It's your favorite sports show, Gas presents sports for the culture. I'm your host tonight at Bryce XXV. And as always, got the dream team with me. Start with the top right. Introduce yourself.
It's your boy. And I just want to say, I know you guys don't really talk too much about baseball here, but yo, Judge, get your fucking shit together, pussy. You're 1-6 at bat. What the fuck is going on here, son?
What'd I tell you, G? What'd I tell you was gonna happen to them Yankees,
Hey,
G?
mind your business right now. When you get host, when you get into Dutch talking shit, but right now, us Yankees fans ain't loving this shit. Get it the fuck together.
That was just your man last week, bro. What's going on? That was your main man just a week ago.
Nah, fuck all of that. My son acting like a whole bitch. He need to get it together. He needs to start seeing these shits like he was seeing it during the summer beach balls. All of a sudden, my man forgot how to bat. Fuck us up.
Hey, you know what happened? Them lights got a little brighter. That's what happened, G.
Looking like a whole bitch. Getting me mad and shit. 1-6 at bat? What kind of shit is that? And you're the captain? Nah. I can't let you walk around here like that.
It's still early, dog. It's still early.
Bro.
Bottom left. Introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. You know who it is. Your boy Young Rome 22, as always. I'm just here sipping on some Commanders Kool-Aid, you know. Another beautiful day in Commanders Nation, another beautiful week. Now that we finally got our franchise quarterback. But I won't take up too much of your time, man. I know we got a packed show tonight. So I'm very excited to get into it. Lots to talk about. So let's get it started.
Hey, Rogue, as long as you got a good glass of Commander's Kool-Aid, feel free to take all the time you want, sir. You want to redo your intro? You want some more time? It's all good, man.
Nah, man. I'm ready to get into it, man. We got plenty to talk about tonight.
I'll just making sure, bro. I'm just making sure. All right. Bottom right, introduce yourself.
T-Boogie, man. Wash hands. Let's just start the show.
Damn, dog. I'm asking someone about conventional intro. I'm going on my punchline, and that's it, dog. I'll give you the slogan, and that's it, yo. I think I know what time T on tonight. All right, let's get into it, man. First topic of the day. Breaking news from the NFL today. One Robert Saleh was fired as head coach of the New York Jets. Definitely a surprise firing, if you ask me. Apparently, he was about to make the change at offensive coordinator and take the role away from Nathaniel Hackett and give it to an assistant. As soon as he decided to make that move, got the call about 15 minutes later that his services were no longer required. There is no smoking gun, right? But I think we could all point back to the culprit of this one, considering he was trying to get rid of my man, offensive coordinator. Aaron Rodgers definitely made that call to the owner, man, which is insane if you think about it. But let's see. Rome, man, start us off. Man, what did you think about Robert Saleh getting fired, and what do you think about the possibility of Aaron Rodgers' involvement?
Man, I think it's kind of ridiculous. To be honest, like the Jets look like a complete joke right now. Firing Robert Saleh right now makes little to no sense. This is the first season that you really have Rodgers. You only had him for 4 snaps last year. So you make this big move to get Aaron Rodgers, and then you fire your coach essentially 5 games into it, and you're not even out of it by any means. What are they, 2-3 right now? They're not out of the AFC East. The Bills just blew a game to the Texans. They're very much alive in every sense of the way. Robert Saleh is known as a defensive coach. He was a defensive coordinator with the 49ers before they got him in New York. And then the defense has been outstanding in New York throughout all the poor quarterback play. So then you fire him. This reeks of Aaron Rodgers. Very narcissistic, very controlling, manipulative, mass manipulator Aaron Rodgers. Getting yet another coach fired, and for what reason? So you can get the defensive coordinator to step up and be the interim head coach. It makes no sense. They would have done Nathaniel Hackett, I'm sure, but that would have made it too obvious of what the real play was. That would have been the smoking gun, to Bryce's earlier point. So I don't know, man. The Jets look like a complete joke to me. So Any chance they had of making the playoffs, I think, just went out the window.
That's the thing. Is like, are they done? That was the next question. Are the Jets cooked now? And you make some good points, man. It's tough because like once that hierarchy is bucked, your franchise is done, dog. We've seen it time and time again with Washington, man. If the quarterback can usurp the coach and go straight to the head, go straight to the owner, or the player can skip the coach and go to the GM. Once you got shit like that going on, man, it's time to start over. T, what do you think about the Jets firing Robert Saleh?
Crazy work, man. Crazy work. You can't perform that well on one side of the ball and fire a coach, man. Like Rome said, it's not like you out of the playoff picture. If you were mathematically out of it, hell, Jaguars still got a coach. I mean, shoot, got a coach. That's a crazy fire. So you know where there's smoke, there's fire. A-Rod, and when you get quarterbacks like the A-Rods, right, the guys, the vets that play the 40, the Breezes, the Bradys, those guys, you can't make coaching decisions without running it past those guys, right or wrong. And I think we saw earlier in the season that they weren't on the same page. Didn't A-Rod shove this man on the sideline?
They had a little exchange earlier where I think Robert Saleh tried to give Aaron Rodgers a hug, and it appeared to say Aaron Rodgers told him something like to the effect of "not yet," not yet, like wait for us to win type thing, But you're right. It was awkward.
These are the type of moves that destroy a team, split locker rooms up. The only way I see this working is if everybody was already on the same page, right? If everybody was already and we don't really like this coach. That was the rumblings. But I can't imagine the team performing that well on defense and everybody don't like the guy that runs the defense. That would be insane, right? So clearly this is an A-Rod, like Ron said, master manipulator. This is some sort of, you come back off your ayahuasca and you say, this is what we have to do. I had a vision that we were better with Jeff Ulbrich as the head coach. And you get the guys to buy in to Jeff Ulbrich. All right. Most guys don't even know who Jeff Ulbrich is. I don't even think the guys on the team know who Jeff Ulbrich is. But he's the head coach now. So best of luck to the Jets. See you in the lottery.
Yeah, basically, my man's called it the lottery, like it's the NBA. But I like that terminology and bring that terminology to the NFL, bro. I like that. I think that's gonna stick because they definitely headed for the lottery, man. G, what you think, bro? Do you think the Jets have a chance to salvage their season? Are you surprised that Aaron Rodgers seems to be meddling behind the scenes? What's your thoughts about all this?
My whole thought about this whole shit, the Jets are some dirty motherfuckers, man. How are they going to let the report come out that security had to get this man out the building? What kind of bullshit y'all motherfuckers is on? I don't mean to curse this much in this show today, but it's just, when I heard that shit, it made me think for a second. I'm like, yo, damn, man, how y'all going to say that about this guy? This guy, y'all gave him the worst quarterback last year, partnered up with the worst offensive coordinator, and told him, yo, fuck it. That was our plan B if Aaron Rodgers were to get hurt. And told that man, go out there. And then to come out today and fire him for what? With the top 5 defense in the league since he's been a head coach in there. And then last year, right, they tried to come out and try to say that Harmon last year was giving out trader information to other teams and try to sally his name too. That's what, man, my mother told me when I was young, God don't like ugly, and them some ugly motherfuckers right there, yo. You don't do that to nobody. You don't sally somebody's name, let alone make him look like he's some crazy ass dude. Like, we talked about it before, right? We said it during COVID time, even before COVID time. Black head coaches have a hard time getting hired. And to throw that out there, man, you know how many GMs, I would exclude the 49ers because they know the guy personally and that coaching staff, but everybody else is going to like second guess trying to hire this dude as a defensive coordinator. Even as whichever part of the defense he worked best with, they're going to second think about it because they're like, yo, damn, they had to escort this man out the building? And you never heard no shit like that. And the fact that the Jets never came out to like stop that rumor, they let it go. That shit bothers me because I'm like, damn, how y'all gonna say that? Y'all didn't even fire Adam Gase, one of the worst coaches I ever seen in my life. Like, come on now, man. That's why the Jets ain't gonna win shit. The Jets ain't never gonna beat shit. That's why, man. Matter of fact, shout out to homie. He got the fuck up out of MetLife Stadium, man. And I'm a Giants fan, and that place is fucking garbage. It's horrible. Horrible field, horrible stadium. Like, man, salute to do it. May the 49ers give you a call after the season. Help them out or help any other get any defensive coordinator job, man. Good luck to you, man. More power to you. God bless you, son. But the Jets, man, you some nasty motherfuckers, man. I hope Aaron Rodgers break his leg and I'm alive. And I'm going to light a blunt. I'm going to light a joint. I'm going to toke this one up for homie over there. Because y'all motherfuckers deserve all worst kind of karma, man. It's to that defense not to come out and show him some kind of love, too. That's how I know y'all some ugly motherfuckers, man. Damn.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like, and there's so many other rumors coming out now. Apparently, I can't remember exactly which country Robert Saleh represents, but he had his flag. You guys have seen the flag from the back of the helmets, right? That the players are doing now. Apparently, Robert Saleh had a flag on his shoulder patch or something, and the Jets owner didn't like that. An interesting thing, though, to keep in mind, right? The Jets owner was appointed to Trump's administration, which is kind of wild, right? So while the Jets owner was on Trump's administration, his brother was running the team. And his brother's actually the one that hired Robert Saleh. So Robert Saleh was not hired by, Wood Johnson?
Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson, yeah. Robert Saleh was not hired by Woody Johnson. So that just adds another layer into this. When your boss isn't the guy that hired you, that's never a good look. I feel bad for anybody in that situation.
Man, Saleh, he'll be all right, bro. I don't want no boss named Woody Johnson in the first place. So, shout out to him escaping that and having to call a nigga Mr. Johnson. Like,
pause.
Yeah,
Pause.
He better off.
I think you ordered something there, man. But I definitely think Robert Saleh apologies for a mispronunciation there. But I definitely think he's going to land on his feet. He'll get another DC job for sure. But I think he showed enough with the Jets, that if you're a team that has a quarterback and you're lacking in defense, that seems like a perfect head coach for you. You know what I'm saying? But man, go bring in his defense. Just give me a quarterback.
My final point on this is the Jets pulled. We haven't talked about this too much yet this season on this show, but the Jets just pulled a classic poverty franchise move. It's a classic move by a franchise that's always going to be a dumpster fire. It's akin to the Browns and the contract with Deshaun Watson. It's just dumb shit, to be honest. Like, firing your head coach 5 weeks into the season where your team is 2-3. Like, this isn't Madden, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who like Woody Johnson, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, there was reports he talked to Aaron Rodgers Monday night, but Aaron Rodgers didn't know his coach was going to get fired. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, who are y'all trying to fool? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's being run like a complete joke. It's hard to even call that a professional organization. And G and T are both right. Robert Saleh is the winner in this situation. Like, it's rare that you get fired and you can wake up the next day and be happy about it. But you're going to get paid for the rest of these games this season, and you don't got to be associated with the bum-ass Jets, and you get to watch them fail. So Robert Saleh is the winner.
I saw something like he's getting $20K a week for like the next 2 years, so he in a good spot for sure.
A-Rod is ruining his legacy. I'll say that though.
Who looks better, him or Brett Favre, after leaving the Green Bay Packers?
They're literally the same guy. Just
right.
Aaron Rodgers the 2.0, literally, man. They're proving to be the exact same guy.
About it. Brett Favre went to a couple of NFC championship games.
Yeah, I just mean as far as like, what they kind of represent, even down to play style, they're kind of proven to be like very, very similar, man. When at one point it seemed like, damn, Aaron Rodgers is a much better guy than Brett Favre. At least he's a better guy than Favre. And now it's like, they might be on the same level.
Nah, chill. Shout out Brett Favre, yo. Oh, he did some sexy shit.
Brett Favre done did some heinous thing. I mean, not gonna give him
what
Brett
he do?
Favre.
Rob the poor? Rob was now already?
You can make a whole podcast on the bullshit Brett Favre.
Robbing the poor. The poor rob the poor every day. That's what happened, allegedly.
It'll be interesting to see what Rodgers say tomorrow on Pat McAfee show. Though I want to see like how he spends that. If
I'd be surprised if he
he
shows up.
if you don't give no real type of what I'm saying answer, bro, I'm gonna be disappointed. Because love or hate Rodgers, one thing you can say when it comes to like media interviews and what I'm saying, talking about what's going on, he's generally a lot more honest than the average athlete. So I'm hoping he at least gives us some type of realness.
He's not. He's a coward. He's not.
Yeah, I'd be surprised he even showed up. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get into some of these recapping some of these games from the weekend, man. I saw you guys segment contenders or pretenders on the recent show. But I want to get into some of these teams that may have been contenders at one point. Are they pretenders now? And there's some other teams that ended up with some pretty big wins that maybe they are turning their fortunes around moving forward. So first team I want to start off with is let's go with the Bears, man. Bears get a big win for them, especially on the scoreboard. I mean, 36-10. I don't care. You beat a team by 26 points in the NFL. You did something right. But Caleb Williams with his best game of the season. What's our instant reactions to this? Are we like, who cares? It was the Panthers, or is this like, maybe the Bears are onto something? G, let's start with you.
Who cares? This is the Panthers. You could talk to somebody else, man. It's the fucking Panthers. I know we're doing the show, but it's the fucking Panthers, dog. Alabama could put up 35 points on these guys, man.
All right, respect. I mean, hey, the Panthers look better with after they benched Bryce Young, and now the Bears are sitting at 3-2. When if they start to find their rhythm, people were laughing at Caleb. You were calling Caleb a bust, G. Caleb did not look like a bust against the Panthers. That's for damn sure.
So think about it. They're letting teams average over 28 points a game. So all of a sudden, because the Bears scored 36 on them, I'm supposed to be, dog, they don't have no one on defense. And it's finally the first time you get to see Caleb Williams not getting rushed on, getting a defender on his face. He's supposed to play like this.
All right, respect. Anybody else want to comment on that game?
G is definitely not wrong, man. I think it's a little bit of both. I think what are you supposed to do when you play a bad team, man? You're supposed to roll over them. So that's what they did. It's a confidence builder. I think it gave Caleb a chance to accomplish some things during the game. You know what I'm saying? Feel good about yourself, and then you can build on it when you play a team with a little bit more competition. But if he would have went out there and looked like trash against the Panthers, we would have killed him. So I'm not going to not give him any props, for doing what he needed to do. But at the same time, I'm not overly impressed. But I think Caleb Williams will be just fine at the end of the day.
All right, T, do you want to comment? I don't want to stay on this one too long. You want to comment on this one real quick?
I mean, yeah, I feel like Rome. It was a little bit of both. But young quarterback, you should expect these guys to struggle. And you should expect the good ones to show flashes of success and potential, and I thought that's what you saw. Panthers are not. That's still an NFL team. That's still guys with contracts that are trying to get more contracts or trying to hit incentives. So I don't want to take that away from him. He played a good game. He showed why he was the number one pick. That's all.
All right, T, sticking with you, man. One other coach that, seemed like to be a decent chance this guy could get fired if things didn't start going right real soon is Doug Peterson. But the Jaguars snuck out the win against the Colts, 37-34. My question for you, T, is who is the bigger issue in Jacksonville? Is it Doug Peterson or is it Trevor Lawrence?
Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence fail with multiple coaches. So, but I'm not a huge Peterson guy. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of philosophy. I think they're leaning a little bit too heavy on his arm and generational passer, generational talent, all of that, but it's still football. So at the end of the day, sometimes even with a good quarterback. Hey, there we go.
There. Little technical difficulties, but we still live. We get Rome back in.
Wrong, but like I was saying, like I think that team should try to be run first, man. You got two running backs. I think those two running backs are better at their running backs than Trevor Lawrence is at being a quarterback. So maybe if you make that team run first, you have better results. But trying to win games with him throwing the I don't know, Gabe Davis and Chris, man, you're not gonna beat a lot of teams. So I don't know whose fault it is, but Peterson definitely still on the hot seat in my opinion.
I like what you said there, as far as like, you know, running the ball more in Jacksonville, bro. And that was a big part of Trevor Lawrence's game when he was in Clemson. And I think that some quarterbacks get to the league and they kind of forget who they were or who they once were. But they definitely need to run the ball more in Jacksonville. And I think it starts with some more quarterback runs. Another player who I felt like abandoned the quarterback run recently, specifically in his last game, was Kyler Murray. But against the Niners, he was running the hell out of the ball to the tune of a 50-yard touchdown at one point. And, hey, man, the Cardinals ended up beating the Niners in a game that nobody probably predicted in their pick'em pool. Ron, what do you think about that win for the 49ers over the Cardinals? And are you questioning the 49ers, who we in the past have viewed as, you know, amongst the elite of not just the NFC, but the NFL?
Hey, man, I think that loss was more so on the 49ers blowing a lead at home with momentum than it was about anything that Kyler Murray or the Cardinals did. I've been thoroughly disappointed with Kyler Murray, especially this season so far, and the Cardinals overall with Jonathan Gannon. If they can't, you know what I'm saying, use this win that they just got to springboard them into some momentum and get some other wins and be a contender this season, I think is going to be, you know what I'm saying, tough sledding for the Cardinals in moving forward. But as far as the 49ers, T has been telling us in the group chat and as well on the show, Brock Purdy, elite, top 5 quarterback, all these great things, all these great passes. For Brock Purdy to not be able to get in the end zone, I believe over 3 from within the 10 on the goal line stands is pathetic. You know what I mean? It's bad for Kyle Shanahan, someone who's known for a run scheme. Jordan Mason's known as a power runner. I know he did have a fumble in the game, but for them to not be able to punch in at the goal line is very disappointing, especially against a division opponent, especially when you got a special teams touchdown, especially when Nick Bosa's getting interceptions. So, I mean, every other part of the team seemed to hold its weight, but Brock Purdy seemed to be doing a little bit too much running around in the pocket. The 49ers got to get that worked out. They got a big game on Thursday night. They cannot afford to go 2-4. So I think that was more so about the 49ers losing it than anything else.
Yeah, and you know, like, is this the chink in the 49ers armor? One of the teams that we got to admit, they've been the class in the NFL for the last few seasons here. G, what do you think about that game? What's your instant reactions to the Cardinals upsetting the Niners? Hey, G, you're on mute.
I said I'm gonna keep it 100 here. I ain't watched that game because the Giants were playing around that time. If I'm not mistaken. I was more worried about that bullshit. But
we don't get to y'all. Don't worry.
But I was surprised though because I was looking at the scoreline when the game was happening. I thought the 49ers were up, and out of nowhere, they lost it at the last 3-5 minutes, right? If I'm not mistaken. And I was like, what the fuck just happened here? Fucked up my parlay, but that's a story for another day. I was tight. I thought that was a short
man,
dub, you know.
That 13-point lead evaporated.
Yo, you text T like, yo, who's about to score tubs over here? And I'm like, oh, Madison? All right. All right, man. And I'm like, but overall, I'm pretty surprised. But these are the divisional games, so I can't like overreact. I don't want to overreact. These guys know each other. They hate each other. So it's like, all right, the schemes. I think this is when you got to just chalk it up to a divisional rivalry game. And they would have lost to the Bears like this. And at this point, I'd be alarmed. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But this is something like, you got to take these L's, early season L's.
Good point with the division game. T, as our resident 49er insider, man, give us a skinny on what we saw over the weekend.
I mean, you just seen a team that hasn't been able to put it together in all 3 phases this season. We've lost games from special teams. We've lost games from defense. This last game we lost from offense. So, I mean, yeah, it's early. I like to think the team's working its kinks out, but when you got vets, you shouldn't be having these sort of struggles, right? Not scoring in the red zone when you have a highly paid receiver, a highly paid tight end, 2 highly paid receivers. You got this top 5 running back in the league as far as rushing yards. You got the quarterback of your future. shouldn't be having these issues, but here we are. But like I was telling you boys before the show, I think some of it is that, and you see this in basketball more so than football, some of these guys are old and some of these guys are complacent. I think some of the urgency's gone, the fire's gone. I think they definitely went to sleep on that Falcons and Cardinals game, and we took the L. So Seattle Thursday, we got to wake it up. If we, like I told you, if we get blown out in that Seattle game, you can hang the season up. But other than that, I think this is going to be a back half of the season team, a back stretch. Maybe they get McCaffrey back. Maybe they don't, and they just figure out how to play without McCaffrey. But right now, just a lot of bad losses for what should be a good team.
Yeah, I'm with you. And, one of the things that, I remember from watching the 49ers over just the last few seasons, and I feel like I haven't seen, and admittedly, I've been red zone watching them for the most part, right? So I haven't sat and watched them all 22. But when you watch red zone, you get a decent amount of the game, right? And I feel like y'all missing the splash plays, man. Every time I used to watch the 49ers, there were so many field flipping plays. I mean, those plays of 25 yards plus, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's been a 25-yard run, 25-yard pass to Kittle. I can think back to y'all sending out Kyle Juszczyk on wheel routes and him catching a 30-yard pass, little things throughout the game that was kind of characterized y'all's offense. And I'm just not seeing this year. And I feel like it's the splash plays that's really missing from the 49ers offense, particularly. To me, it looks like the defense still flying around for the most part. But yeah, something's got to change in San Francisco. And I think y'all done it enough that y'all should be able to right the ship. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'll tell you right now what is missing, man. And this might even be a hot take because now that I'm thinking about it, man, you brought it up, T. It's McCaffrey, bruh. And if they don't get McCaffrey back, then they have to learn how to play without McCaffrey. They have to learn how to get those splash plays that Bryce is talking about without McCaffrey. And I'll be honest, I don't think they can do it. I don't think a Brock Purdy offense without Christian McCaffrey for a long period of time, I don't think that's sustainable. I said when they traded for McCaffrey a few years ago, that was the biggest move, best move they ever did. It got them to the Super Bowl. It got them in championships. Without Christian McCaffrey, the 49ers might be done. They might be done. I don't know if they turn this around. Yeah, man. You got another good point. If they lose big to Seattle, they're cooked. They're cooked. If they can't learn how to play without McCaffrey, man, the 49ers might be cooked.
I think McCaffrey's obviously a huge piece, but this team went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G and Matt Breida. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys have played without McCaffrey. Kittle's been there before McCaffrey. Debo's been there before McCaffrey. Ayuk's been there before McCaffrey. This is a total failure on all parts if they can't find a way to get this team into the playoffs. Somehow somebody has to drag this team into the playoffs.
Do you think Mason is a playoff back? Because to your point, Breida and all them turned out to be playoff type running backs. Do you need a 1-2 punch? Is there somebody else that y'all got in the cut to help Mason out? Because there was that play where he broke, and I think McCaffrey definitely would have scored on his play. And even Brady mentioned that during the broadcast, I believe. But Mason just doesn't have that breakaway speed that McCaffrey had. He's not a threat in the pass game the same way. It really changes the whole offense. So
yeah, I think you'll see more Debo at running back as Cal gets a little bit more desperate. But we are missing a 1-2 punch. That's a big thing. We're playing a rookie running back who ran a 4.3, but he's not playing like a 4.3. Isaac Guerrero. I was really excited about that pick, but he looks like a rookie out there. So I think they'll shake it up. I'll be surprised if Thursday we don't see a couple new faces.
See, it's interesting, man, because there's only one McCaffrey, right? So it's it's hard to blame Jordan Mason. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what y'all are doing, but I see a path for the 49ers, being still one of the elite teams in this league this year without Christian McCaffrey ever coming back. But what it's going to be, and the guy's going to have to come from, is Brock Purdy, bro. And that's what I'm sold on. And the last game, I felt like Brock's limitations were on display, right? But I didn't feel like he couldn't work through that. You feel me? And I feel like Brock just got to play within himself at all times. And I feel like he kind of got outside of himself in some key moments. Even on some of the picks, bro, like, a lot of times people like to look at batted ball picks and just chuck it up to, it was a batted ball, whatever. Like, nah, bro. If you're a 6-foot quarterback and you got a batted ball pick once in the game, you shouldn't have a second one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Find the windows to throw the ball into. Like, take accountability for what it is that you are and play within yourself and maximize what it is that you are as a quarterback. I feel like I saw Brock Purdy do this for so long. And I think without Christian McCaffrey, he's the one with the biggest learning curve. I don't think it's like, let's pray that we get a better running game, right? Let's hope that Isaac Garendo, nah, bro. We're going to have to make this decision about Brock Purdy real soon, if he's big money quarterback or not. And this is the year where y'all should be deciding. Brock Purdy either going to get the mega deal at quarterback or you're not, and we got to decide that you're not the guy. And so he either going to show it and y'all going to be nice, or he not going to show it. And because I don't think Christian McCaffrey coming back, bro.
I don't think he's coming back either.
I don't think he's coming back either.
So, all right, Brock, make or break the season, Brock. We're going to see. I did promise G we was going to get into the Giants before we left here, man. So, G, let's talk about it, dog. Big win over the Seahawks for your Giants, man. And I must say, I've never seen the doo-doo brown Giants apparel. So you take the cake today, bro. I didn't even know they made that color in Giants, but I did not
Salute asshole. Salute the tube, asshole.
My bad. Somebody gonna be mad at me in the comments for that. But yo. Wait, did he say salute the salute?
That was a salute the troop colors last year.
The troop. All right. But yeah, so question, man. How did y'all pull that game out? Because I definitely had y'all losing and y'all screwed up my parlay. And are the Giants still alive as a possible? Like, you know how you play in spades, you got one of the possible. Like, are the Giants possible? Is a wrap?
Listen, I said it last show when the Seahawks face Detroit, right? I said they don't have a defense. They don't have their defense. Their starting defensive ends, and it showed. They weren't able to pass. They weren't. I think they only got one sack and one pressure against Daniel Jones throughout that whole game. So it's like, all right, a game where Daniel Jones isn't getting pressured is an easy game. And the Giants basically the offensive line did what they're supposed to do. Hold it the fuck down. They're playing against a bunch of second and third string guys. And they did their jobs. And look, they got this rookie looking good, looking decent on the running back position.
Listen, yeah, he looked real good. Tyrone Trace, he looked real good.
Listen, I knew the defense was gonna be solid. I respect it, but they almost fucked up and gave up the game to themselves. They got lucky with that pump block at the end of the game. Even then, it's like, all right, they did their jobs. But no, for me to think that the Giants are going to beat something, they got to beat the Bengals, and that's the only. And they could hold Joe Burrow to like at least 20 points. Then I'll be impressed. But if they can't hold Joe Burrow to 20 points, then nah, man. The Giants ain't shit. They ain't gonna never be shit neither. They're just gonna hurt my. They're gonna be like my dad. You know what? They went to go get milk and cigarettes and never came back. And they did that since 2011, man. Since we won the Super Bowl, them niggas, man, fucking bunch of.
You already know they done went to the corner store and they're not coming back. G. Don't get your hopes up. Your man Jabril Peppers went to the corner store and got arrested. Ain't no way y'all holding Joe Burrow to no 20 points, bro. You got people getting arrested Saturday before the game and shit. Nah, bro, it's not happening for the Giants. That's going to be a get back game for the Bengals. This was another NFC West team playing at home where the game is more about how they lost it opposed to the other team winning. The Seahawks, to G's point, we're missing some pass rushers. I think if you ran this game back, Giants don't win it, especially not without Malik Neighbors. It was a fluke win for New York.
Nah, he's coming back. My son was only gonna miss one game. Everybody say he's gonna miss one game for the concussion.
He's not gonna be enough though. Definitely not against no Joe Burrow.
Man, listen, you acting like the Bengals defense is some fucking. So, oh my God, like they're the Steelers defense. Those motherfuckers got Swiss cheese over there.
What is Daniel Jones gonna put up on that defense? What is Daniel Jones gonna put up? He's gonna throw for 205. 205, 2 touchdowns, 2
We
interceptions.
lost to you fuckers because we didn't have a kicker.
It's a balling day for Daniel Jones.
Hey, what 164? 164, 2 picks. Yo, his stat lines be ugly, bro. It'd be like 173, 48 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. That should be ugly, man. Hey, but yo, I like how we're getting into the preview in week 6, man. Let's look at a couple of these other games. So we got Bengals Giants on the dock. Another interesting game next week will be Commanders Ravens. Battle of 2 young quarterbacks, 2 former Heisman winners. Where are we landing with this game? Right now, it looks like the Ravens about 6.5, 7-point favorites, depending on what sports book you frequent. How are we feeling about this, man? Who comes out on top? Hey, and I want to hear from you too, D Money. Go ahead, let me know who's coming out on top of that Commanders Ravens game, my guy.
Pause.
Hey, I got to hear from T
D
on
Money.
this.
I need a prediction, bro.
There you go.
I got to hear from T, man. The local hater, you know, my man never has no love for Lamar Jackson. Never no true love for no Commanders. So how are you feeling about this big game in the area, man?
Oh, it's a battle of the hate for T, right? I mean, battle of the Beltway. I agree.
Hey.
T is battle of hate.
T's hoping for a 3-3 tie. Like I told you.
Right.
I honestly, Ravens should win this game, man. If I had to bet, then I probably will. I'm betting Ravens. I'm taking the points. I just trust their product. Seen more of it, seen it longer. But I will say, Commanders has the hottest offense in the NFL. Hottest offense in the NFL. Can't seem to get these guys off the field. They can throw deep. They can run. They can hit the short stuff. Impressive stuff. No one's figured it out yet. The Giants played it the best so far, but no one's figured it out. And I was wondering a couple games ago, like, why are guys? It's a rookie. Like, why are we not just blitzing them? You know what I'm saying? Let's just blitz them. Like, run and blitz them. But no, he runs around, throws the ball up in the air, and somehow someone comes down with it. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Balanced offense is always hard to stop in the NFL. It's hard to stop at every level of football, but specifically in the NFL, you just keep teams off balance. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think the Ravens still win. I think the Ravens find a way to make some stops. But one thing I recognize with this Washington team, and I think this is the key to it, right? From coaches all the way down to quarterback, receiver, running back, maybe even tight end, probably lineman too. There's a lot of guys that probably felt like they didn't get the respect they deserve. Probably felt like for whatever reason they were overlooked. You got Jayden Daniels that didn't go number 1. Probably felt like he was the best quarterback. You got a that probably felt like he was the best running back on his college team. Then he came to the league and got shot. So he probably felt like these guys haven't seen the best of me yet. You got Terry McLaurin that's had all these quarterbacks that probably felt like, bro, if I get me a quarterback, I'm one of the best in the league. Got offensive coordinator that probably feels like, man, I had a quarterback that played video games. If you get me a guy, I know I can do it at this level. So I think when everybody got shoulder, even a head coach and Dan Quinn, they probably feel like, hey, I thought I did good in Atlanta. So everybody has a chip on their shoulder and everybody has something to prove. Man, that's tough to beat, man. That's tough to beat. So I'm not a believer in that organization, but from what I've seen, this team might be hard to deal with all the way through the winter.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
That's just I don't want to play them. If I'm the Niners and make the playoffs, I don't want to play that team.
Hey, that's a very fair and sensible take. I mean, the way that it's moving, and if it, you know, me and Bryce got the Hell to the Culture podcast. I mentioned it on that. The way that it's moving right now is a small sample size, but if we can get to the point where we can definitively say that the Commanders are top 5 offense in the NFL, then yeah, they're not the team that you're going to want to see come playoff time. But as far as this Ravens game goes, I think that top 5 offense that I'm predicting it's going to run into a wall. This defense, this Ravens defense is pretty stout. I don't know if we're going to drop another 30 points in this one. And the way Lamar's been running that offense, you might need it, especially with Derrick Henry. So I don't know if I would take the spread in this one, but might lean Ravens, maybe. We'll see as the week goes along.
I think what might
Man, don't play the fence. Stop being a whore. Are you taking the Ravens or what the fuck is you talking about now? You acting like you don't know what the fuck you want to say now.
Since you gonna fucking press my buttons and shit, bro. Pause. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say it definitively, man. I'm gonna say it with my chest. I'm gonna say it right now. Commanders will beat the Ravens in Baltimore this Sunday. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now.
Why you just Ravens up like that, bro?
The Ravens are 9-0 right now against NFC opponents, right? They've ran the table the last 9 times they played an NFC team. They will not go 10-0. They will not go 10-0.
Did I just hear a switch up live on the air, Ron? Did you start by saying you was gonna go with the Ravens, but you weren't gonna take the spread, you were gonna take the points, you thought they was gonna win outright, and then did G gas you up into taking the command? Did G's hate?
I'm gassed up, bro. I'm gassed up. I'm gassed up. I'm not letting no Daniel Jones Giants fans try to back me into a corner. I believe in this Commanders team. I believe in Jayden Daniels. Look, don't be surprised if the Commanders win this game by a field goal in Baltimore. Don't be surprised.
I got one concern about that game. The Ravens, their best weapons are the running game and the tight ends. I think those are weaknesses for the Commanders. If that team gets up and makes the Commanders one-dimensional, I think it'll be really tough. And that's why I'm taking the Ravens. Not that there's a better team. I just think that they're more experienced, and it's a matchup thing, right? It's a style. Styles make fights, and I think they got a little bit of kryptonite for y'all. But I really like the product that y'all have.
Hey, man.
Give me the under in this game, man. This shit not going over no 52 points, man.
Yeah, I think the under
CG. This shit about to be a shootout, man. No, this shit about to be an old-fashioned shootout, gunfight.
With at least 30.
Who?
The Ravens are going to score at least 30.
But we almost guaranteed a 30 piece. I mean, we putting up 30, 4 straight? Like we putting up 30. Now
y'all ain't put up no 30 against us. Y'all only put fucking 20 fucking points.
We should have put up 30 there.
We ran off all 30 since we played
like 182, I think.
Let's not forget. We had no punts against y'all. All scoring drives. Literally, we came into the game and didn't punt once. So it was like,
oh, you got like I threw 12. You only threw kicks. Fuck out of here.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to my point. It was like so clear against y'all. We was in the red zone all game. It was so clear to anybody watching. All we had to do is figure this out. And then the very next week we figured it out. But fuck that game. That game that's old news, bro.
Fuck out of here, man. Man, give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens by 10. And give me the fucking under in that game, man. You fuckers ain't scoring more than 17 points. I'll be dead if you guys score more than 17 points.
You haven't been watching, bro. You haven't been watching.
That's the blue blood in them. That's that New York.
That's first quarter for us. All right, we scored 34 last game, but our quarterback was out by the third quarter, bro. Like,
yo, it's funny y'all start y'all podcasting all of a sudden. Y'all on a 2 years hiatus. Now y'all found time. Fuck out, man.
Yeah, the team was going through changes, G. The team we're under new management now.
Get the fuck out of here. Y'all going through bold stages of life. That's what's going on. You got my son over wearing his hood. My son can't take that dusty ass hat off. I see that yellow stain on that white brim. The fuck out of here. I hate this. This shit is some bullshit.
Hey, G, man, the hate in your heart, man. You got to get a therapist or something, bro. You got to get this out to somebody on a daily basis so that way you don't come on with all this resentment built up, man. But I appreciate the energy. Commanders, Ravens, this for me is the litmus test, yo. Like, this season has been very interesting, and I've been trying to hold back my excitement, right? Because obviously Commanders fan has been tough over these last 30 years. Been very tough. But it looked like we got something real. And in the past, this is the game where we basically go into it thinking we got something real, and then we shit ourselves, and then we realize it was all fake to begin with, right? That's what's happened in the past. So I'm hoping this time around that we just look like I told Rome on Hail to the Culture. I just need us to go out there and look like an actual team, bro. Like, I want us to win the game. I put some money on us to win the game because I like the odds. But I need the Commanders to go out on that Sunday and look like a fucking team, bro. And don't go out there and look like something totally different from what I've seen for the last 4 weeks. Because that's the type of shit we've done in the past, bro. So if we can go out there and look like a team, I'm cool. But I do think we got a good shot to win. The odds, right? The odds that I got earlier in the week were plus 250. I got those yesterday. Plus 250 is great odds for the Commanders to win, dog. Like, if you're odds better like me, you loving that. But we'll see, man. I'm predicting the Commanders' victory. I think I'm like Rome. I see us winning by 3 points. I think it's going to be a shootout that comes down to whoever has the ball last.
I can't see. I can see a shootout, but I can't see a 3-point win. I think beat y'all by double digits.
If they beat us by double digits, man, that means that we not the team that Commanders Nation is hoping for right now.
Hey, who's supposed to be off next week?
Me.
Okay, yeah, your Giants loving self might want to be off next week if we beat the Ravens. Hey, we might have to go with the Hell to the Culture background on for the whole show.
We win next week. That background gonna be burgundy, man.
Not a primetime game. It's just a standard.
They didn't flex it, bro. They wanted the league wanted to flex it, but I think it's Fox was being stubborn, man. They got the
it's CBS. CBS wanted their paper.
Man, we know.
Who's calling the game? Tony Romo?
Yeah, they put the crew on there. They put Nance and Romo on there. So
yeah,
it's game of the week for sure.
What time is that game? What time is that game?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I'm actually going to be at that game. It's going to be my first time at the Ravens Stadium for a regular season game.
Bro, the best tailgating spot ever.
Ravens?
Yeah, they know how to tailgate.
And we'll see, man. I plan on getting there a little early, maybe about an hour or two before the game. I like to see what the environment's like. You know what I'm saying? Of all these opposing fields.
Do 2 hours, man. I'll give it to the Ravens fans. Like, I went there against the Bills, against the Chargers. Yeah, those only 2 times that I went. And each of those times, like, yo, they're not rowdy like Eagles fan against opposing teams. They're mad cool about it. They'll let you talk your shit. They'll talk shit back to you. They're mad humble as fuck, surprisingly, in Baltimore. But, like, yo, I will say 8 out of 10 times is like the best tailgating you're gonna experience. I'll say go 2 hours ahead of time. If you want to catch like what you're speaking, get there by 10 o'clock, bro. You're gonna have a hell of a time.
Baltimore, man, it's good people in Baltimore. Like, I'm not surprised to hear that. Really good people in Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. But all right, well, let's get into. There was a couple more games. One more game I definitely want to talk about, man. It's a team that pulled a late victory out on Monday night. I don't know how the Cowboys did it, man. Shout out to Dak. Dak gets a lot of hate, but he showed why he's a big money quarterback Monday night. They got the Lions this week. Cowboys Lions, big NFC implications. I feel like the loser of this game, because the Lions got 1 loss or 2 losses, Rome, you know?
1.
I think it's just 1. I think they're 3-1. They had a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like the Cowboys are in a place where it's like they have to win. Like they have to win against the Lions. They got a crazy schedule coming up. Like basically all the top teams they play within the next 4 or 5 weeks. How y'all feeling about the Cowboys Lions matchup? And are we still feeling the same way that we came into the season feeling about the Lions? And how are we feeling about the Cowboys after their near run-in loss with the Saints? And I mean, Cowboys, if they lose, it might be a long season for them. Ron, what you think about that matchup?
I mean, all right, let me answer the first part of the question. The Lions, I think they are who we thought they were. I think they're a Super Bowl contender. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they're gunning for the NFC Championship again. So I think this is more so of a test for the Cowboys. The Cowboys paid Dak. They paid CeeDee Lamb. They didn't pay Micah. Now he's hurt. What's his name? Lawrence, I believe he's also hurt for a little bit. So their defense is taking some hits. They're still without DeRon Bland. They got Diggs still out there. I think he's playing this weekend. I think he was banged up too. But the Cowboys overall, they're trending down. They got to deal with the Commanders. Not to sound like a homer, but the Commanders are on fire right now, and they got to do what they can just to keep up with us. So this is a big game for Dallas. I can't say I like their chances. You said it's in Dallas?
This one is in Dallas, yes.
Yeah, see, and this is the problem with Dallas, man. Like, even though it's a home game and they should have the advantage, they go into every game already one-dimensional. They have no threat of running the ball. The only thing that they can really beat you with is Dak's arm. So it's like it's hard to believe in any team that goes into any game with only real one threat to win. So I can't pick Dallas in this. What's the point spread on it? I would even probably go with the points.
52 total for that game.
I would take the over. And what are the Lions? Are the Lions favorites?
The Lions favored by 3.
Yeah, I would take the over and the Lions by 3.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Lions are only favored by 3, but I think that goes to show that Vegas doesn't believe in the Lions as much as I don't think the public does.
People still sleep on Jared Goff, which is crazy. He's not like a strong talent QB, but he's proven he can put up points, especially when needed, and he's going to need to in Dallas.
I don't think so. The defense is trash. The one thing that the Steelers couldn't do is score because not for nothing. Justin, he goes to show that he's not really a QB1. He's super athletic, but he's not a strong QB1 because they would have kept on passing in the Steelers game. They need a receiver clearly because George Pickens ain't the guy. He's more like a number 2. And with the Lions are their run game are gonna be the reason why they win that game. I don't think you really need Jared Goff to win this game. And I think the only reason why Dallas will keep up is because the Lions don't got a secondary that could keep up. Their secondary has so much holes. Like, even when you was watching that game with Seattle, it's like, that secondary is the only reason why the Seahawks were right there in it. Defensively, like, the DNs, they were doing their job. The Lions secondary was just horrific. They were giving up those big plays. I'll say the Lions will win, but it won't be because of the defense. It'll be more because of the run game in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the Lions win, bro, it's gonna be a rough road with Dallas. Toughest schedule in the league. T, what you think, man? You believing in Dallas this year? You think it's gonna be a long season for the Cowboys?
I don't know, man. That's a team that'll probably hover around 500, maybe even get a little bit above or a little bit below, probably above. Big matchup for sure, especially if you're a fan of either team. But I don't think this game has any playoff implications at all. And for a lot of teams, right? Even the Commanders, like, one thing that I am truly a fan of, I say this every season, man, you got to peak at the right time. And some teams, Commanders, might be peaking a little bit too early. It might be flying too close to the sun. But Dallas never gets close to the sun. You know what I'm saying? They never get hot. So I think it's fine. I don't think the fans panic. It'll be more the same whether they win or lose. I think it's more the same. It's a bigger game for Detroit. Detroit has to find a way to put it together. You got receiver, you got running backs, you got your coach, you got your quarterback. Kind of in a similar situation to the 49ers. You just haven't got to a Super Bowl yet. So, and people still kind of question golf. So it's similar situations.
Lions. Here's a question for you. Are the Lions the new 49ers?
Niners do remind me of a young 49ers. In a lot of ways. But the biggest difference between any 49ers team and the Lions is it's rare that you find a 49ers team that isn't playing defense. It's rare. I mean, they have Aiden Hutchinson. That guy's a stud. But it's rare that you can go into a game and multiple levels of the 49ers defense players aren't making plays. So they don't have that. I don't know who's in their secondary on that team. I don't know who's playing.
Ryan Brand's been hurt, right? And my man Kirby Joseph. But I'm with you, though. That is the big difference between y'all. I mean, 49ers defense been locked down, top of the league. Lions defense is nothing to scoff at, but not to 49ers level for sure. But I like that comparison, though, Rome, because, like, the quarterback's kind of parallel. The run game is kind of parallel. I even say the offensive weapons is a bit of a parallel, too. So I see that one. I see what you were doing right there.
Yeah, they got a little Laporta situation, a little Laporta and St. Brown. But I like what they got over there. Like what they got. It might be, like they might be little brothers. We definitely spanked them like little brothers. You got a little. Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? That was one of them games. They raised their voice. We had to get a little louder. Like I'm still big bro. So
That was really why I said it, because
Yeah,
I
pull
feel
the
like
switch up.
the Lions, you know what I'm saying, they saw the 49ers kind of pave the way, and we're like, okay, let's, you know what I'm saying, let's take some bits and pieces from that, and let's, you know what I'm saying, do it our way. But they remind me a lot of the 49ers, and they feel like the new powerhouse in the NFC for right now.
Well, the 49ers always spank the Cowboys. So if they are, if they got the same bloodline, bet on the Lions.
Then
Hey, we can't talk about the NFC
It's my
either.
Lions litmus test. Then I like that, T. And because you gave me that information that the Niners always smack them, I'm gonna use this. If the Lions can handle the Cowboys, I'm gonna finally accept them as an NFC powerhouse, because I still haven't accepted them as a powerhouse. I don't believe in it all the way.
That's not a team y'all want to play.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. Actually, I do. Bring on the Lions, bro. Bring on the fucking Lions, man. I love quarterbacks like Jared Goff. I love playing those type of quarterbacks. Bring them on.
Yeah, that's food for Lulu.
Yeah,
He ain't getting away
Just
from nothing.
Keep me away from the quarterback that's trying to get out that pocket, and keep me away from those guys. But all right, man, let's move on from the NFL. We gave a damn whole show about the NFL. So real quick before we get out of here, fellas, I want to shift to the NBA. With the NBA season just a couple weeks away. I was taking a look at some NBA futures bets on FanDuel, and want to get y'all's opinion on some of these. I think some of them are kind of interesting. So first one I want to talk about, plus 2,000 odds. LeBron James to score 55 plus points in any 24-25 regular season game, bro. LeBron playing the first year with his son on the team. Do we think he has any chance at the ripe age of 40-something, for however old he is? We think he has any shot to drop 55 points in the game this season? Should I put a little money on that, plus 2,000?
Yeah, I would definitely take that.
55, bro?
When did they play the Wizards?
G, go to hell, G. Right. Nobody asked for your opinion, honestly. Honestly, G, hit the mute button. Hit the mute button.
I would definitely take them odds, man. Like LeBron at some point in the season will have a performance. I don't know how well the Lakers will do. I'm not going to give a take on that just yet, but LeBron at some point in the season will be on prime time and say, "Everybody look at me. Everybody's talking about me for the rest of the weekend," and he'll drop 50, 60 points. I'm sure of it.
All right, let's put it like this. In 2022-23, his highest points in a single game was 48. And then 23-24, his highest points in the game was 40. So we asked him to go over 15 more points than his highest points last year, bro. Your man only dropped 40 last year. Am I throwing my money away? T, what you think, bro?
Is this LeBron's last season?
I don't know. That's a good question. So you basically saying he gonna try to go all out in a couple games.
What was Kobe's high his last season?
Yeah, Kobe did drop that 60-something. He took every shot, but he got it.
Right. If this is LeBron's season, last season, they will find a game to get him to 60. If LeBron kind of is in the locker room telling people like, "Hey, nah, I got another year left with LeBron, or I got another few years left," I don't think there's a push to get him 60. A push to get him 50 for sure, because that is a magical basketball number. 55. That is probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm with you. There. Let's move on. Season awards, man. Right now, Luka Doncic plus 380, the top choice to be NBA MVP. G, if it's not Luka Doncic this year, who are you taking? Or are you taking Luka Doncic for your money?
I'm not taking Luka. Luka's has been like top 5 the last 3 years already. He's been projected, and who has been winning the bigs, right? The centers. So if you got to keep that trend going, stay with a center. I think it'll be Giannis, man, this year. I think he have a bounce back season. Him and Dame finally got a whole season together. They got this whole summer together now. They're going to training camp together. I'll give it to Giannis. I think he'll have a big season.
All right. I like that. One more I want to. This is an interesting one. I want to get everyone's take on this one, bro. FanDuel wild for this. They got Bronny James regular season props. So if you just want to bet some futures on Bronny James only, you can. They got one. I actually like this bet a lot. Plus 1,000. Bronny James will score 20 plus points in any game this season. And that's tempting, bro.
Is that including the G League?
Yeah, can you get a dub, bro? You told me you got to get a dub this year, right? At one point
in the G League, right?
No, bro. NBA.
No, fuck no.
I mean, it's definitely asking a lot for him to get a dub because I don't think they're gonna go out of their way to get Bronny a dub. They might, you know what I'm saying, like LeBron to get 55, we'll put on a show. Bronny getting a dub is gonna be tough, especially considering the fact ain't nobody gonna allow themselves to be scored on by Bronny. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get the work. He's gonna get everybody's best defensive effort. All of a sudden, niggas that don't play no defense is gonna be playing their hardest defense of their whole NBA career. So him for 20 seems like more of a long shot to me.
What do you think, T? Does Bronny get a dub this year?
Bronny is the guy that they could try to get him a dub in either a game that LA is blowing a team out or a game where LA is getting blown out. And I say that because for all intents and purposes, LeBron is the boss. And if you've ever been in an office with your boss's son or daughter, like you're going to conduct yourself a little different. You're going to go out of your way to, you know what I'm saying, make sure they're all right. So I do think if you've ever thrown away some money, you know what I'm saying, this is the one. Take a shot. Bronny will get 20 before LeBron gets 55.
Wow.
For 20. That's the crazy part. Didn't score in college. It'll be his first 20-point game since probably like AAU or something.
That's vicious. G, what you think about that one, man?
I don't know, man. I ain't taking that shit, man. I ain't trying to lose my money. You know what they say? Gamble or what you want to lose. And I ain't trying to lose none of that shit. I don't smoke enough crack to be like, yeah, Bronny, fuck out of here.
I got last one for you guys, and I think this is an interesting one. I don't know if it's I'm sure it's happened in the league. I'm not sure how many times it happened. But Victor Wembanyama to record a quadruple double in any game this season. I feel like I'm gonna put my bread on that one because I could definitely see that happening. How y'all feeling about the alien getting a quadruple
steals, 10 rebounds?
Wait, so yeah, what would he have to hit on, bro?
He would just get the regular triple double plus blocks.
Yeah, nah, he ain't getting nah. He can get double digit blocks, but not all in the same game, bro. That's crazy. That's asking a lot in one game.
Quadruple double is ridiculous, but I think
just hearing it be throwing me off, bro. I'm like quadruple double. I'm like, yo, bro, does that exist? Nigga? Like,
yeah.
I've seen somebody. I actually got a friend that got a quadruple double in high school. A
girl. Damn.
Yeah, a girl. She was tough.
Does steals count?
Yeah, she got her some steals.
So I'm saying is steals and blocks could count in this, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's been 4 quadruple doubles in NBA history. 3 of them came with blocks. 1 of them came with steals.
I'll say yes because he has Chris Paul being his point guard. So
who got him? Yes. Quintuple double, whatever it is, quintuple double before it's all done, bro.
I'll say yes. How much are you giving up for that?
That's plus 1,200.
Oh, so they're saying it's doable, but they just don't know what game it is. I'll take that. I'll do that before I give Bronny James 20 points. Fuck yeah.
He says he could get double digit everything before Bronny gets double digit points.
Yes. I stamped that. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I feel you, bro.
Smoke enough weed to know that could happen. Fuck yeah. Fuck. Think about it. He could average 10 blocks a game. And actually he averaged like 8 point something. So he was close to the 10 mark. And I'm
No.
talking about steals. What happened?
You said he averaged 8 blocks?
Yeah.
Nah, he averaged 8 blocks. No, no, that's Wilt numbers, bro. Did he really?
Yeah.
Hold up, bro.
8 blocks is crazy.
That's middle school. You the tallest nigga on the floor numbers, bro.
Right.
Nah.
I'm about to look it up right now, man. Hold on.
8 blocks is you Sean Bradley, like playing in the G League or something, playing in high school. But Wemby could get unattainable. He might get that before Christmas.
The quadruple double.
He's gonna flirt with it because I think he averaged 4 blocks last year, 3 or 4.
3.6.
Okay, so yeah, you just would need a game where you probably got your 3 in the first quarter, and from there, the assist kind of worried me.
I over exaggerate, but I know there was a game he had 8 blocks.
Yes, I'm sure there was a game he had 8 blocks. G. Yes, you're right. He just didn't do that every game. Okay.
He'll get it in his career. Will it be next season? I don't know, but he'll get one in his career.
Yeah, I think I wish they had like career bets on FanDuel, bro. I put out a whole lot of career bets. The hell, man. They need to bring that in there, man.
Yeah. No futures, and my best one is looking like Jayden Daniels. So yeah,
it's a hell of a future bet right there. I like it.
It's doable because against Denver he recorded 10 blocks.
How many? What else? How many assists? Also, take into consideration, Wemby probably only played 28 minutes a game last year.
It's a good point there.
Yeah, he didn't play very much at all.
It's possible if they unleash him.
A quadruple double is just insane to me, though, bro.
It sounds crazy. It sounds like shit that's not supposed to happen in 2024.
Hard to do on 2K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. To get double digits in 4 different categories is tough.
Yeah. If anybody could do it, it would be a player like Wemby, though. That's for sure. I mean,
Well, yeah, he got Chris Paul as his point guard. I think he could do it.
All is done, man.
I don't know. I think Chris Paul and Wemby is a real underrated combo.
To facilitate the game.
Yeah, I'm with you, G. And I think Russell Westbrook in Denver is also very underrated right now. I think those 2 players are going to really help those West Coast squads.
So who's your rookie of the year?
I like Zach Edey. You know I love Reed, man. Y'all know I was the first on the Reed train, so I'm gonna go between Reed and Zach Edey. I don't think Alex Sarr is gonna be. I don't think he's gonna stand out enough. I think he might need a couple years to really get polished. But I think number 1 in the clubhouse is Reed Shepherd for me, though. More I think.
So who's your dark horse MVP?
And
See?
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, I honestly think Boston makes another run at it. So give me Tatum, man. That's a dark horse. Give me Tatum. That's right up my alley. Yeah.
You said Finals MVP?
No, MVP. Dark horse MVP.
Oh, dark horse. I'm going with fucking Ja, bro.
Who?
That's my dark horse, Ja Morant, bro.
I'm just saying,
I'm rocking with Ja.
bro, sprained his ankle stepping on a bounce pass. I'm out on Ja.
Well, I'm gonna stick with you, but I'm gonna go with Jaylen Brown as my MVP.
I know Ja.
Dark horse.
I know Ja ain't put the Julio and the weed down because some type of plays only like those life experiences only happen to somebody that's too far gone in the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Bryce said, "Oh yeah, you ever stepped on a bounce pass, bro?"
nah, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's probably just as improbable as getting a quadruple double and all this, or twin quiplet. Like, get out of here.
We can even say it right. Triple doubles or double quadruple, whatever the fuck it is.
Y'all saw the play?
Nah, I haven't seen it. I heard about it, though. I gotta watch it.
I'm gonna put it in the chat, bro. My man stepped on a bounce pass on a fast break and sprained his ankle. I ain't never seen that.
They don't make ankles like they used to, though.
All right, last question, right before we head off. Who's gonna be the most randomest trade we're gonna get during the season? For me, it's Trae
Man.
Young. I don't think Trae Young ends the season in the ATL.
That's a good one. I don't think so either. It's hard to predict NBA trades though, because
But that's what I'm saying. Random ones.
those be some of the most random trades
That's what
in
I'm
the
saying.
world.
For me, it's Trae Young.
This one's tough, man.
That's a tough question.
The most random one. Think about it. The squad that you know is there, but just need one more player, whether it's a superstar or all-star.
I think Kuzma gets moved.
I think Kuzma gets moved too.
I mean, that's been supposed to happen for like 3 years now. I hope Kuzma gets moved. All right, please move Kuzma for a first round pick. But like, I want to think like a little bigger, maybe a little more blockbuster. I think there's a couple guys. I think there's a team that I'm looking more at than a player. And I think the Kings, I can see them doing a fire sale, bro. I feel like the Kings have been trying to build something for a couple years, and it hasn't really materialized too much. And I think if they don't get out to a hot start this season, you can see them fire sailing around the deadline, getting rid of a Sabonis or a
They just got DeRozan, no?
Fox.
But they just signed DeRozan, no?
Yeah, but I mean, bro, that's not a max deal. How many years he signed for? 2 years?
I think 2 to 3, yeah. Give or
Bro,
take.
they'll blow that shit up in a heartbeat, bro. If they don't get out to the start that they were looking for by bringing in DeRozan, I can see them getting rid of one of their big names.
Okay.
Good question, though, G. Hey, good stuff tonight, fellas, man. I like how we kind of got into some NBA action. NBA is only 3 weeks away, something like that. So this is about to be one of the best times in sports when you got NFL full swing, NBA tipping off, and then college basketball right around the corner, man. So
I said
MLB
baseball.
postseason, yeah.
Baseball?
Baseball playoff. Come on, October baseball. Like, you can't beat this, bro. This probably is the best time in sports, bro. Like, I'd say in another week or two. For a real sports fan, it's something on for you every day.
I hate the Mets, but I'm not gonna lie. I do want to see a Subway Series, so that's why I need Judge to get his shit together.
That would be cool. I ain't gonna lie. Stay at the same ballpark the whole series.
Nah, 2. You go to Queens and Bronx.
Oh, they don't share. Oh, damn. I don't know why I thought they shared ballparks. Yeah, shows what I know. But hey, good stuff tonight, fellas. Y'all know how we end each and every show.
Sports for the culture.